Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Minecraft with me, Lucy. Hi, how's everyone doing today? I'm feeling really super duper motivated. If you can't tell, I'm a bit hyper. Hello everybody, I have big plans for today and I've been thinking about it for a while, and I have mentioned a few times to build a castle here. Now originally I was going to wait, I was going to, let this project kind of wait, put it on hold a bit, I guess is the right way to say it. I was going to put it on hold until I felt like I had an idea, that I was inspired, I knew exactly what I was going to do, and I had the resources for it. We've hit a few of these things. I'm motivated, I know what I'm going to do, and yeah, that's about it. I don't have the resources for it. So let's talk about our color palette here. It looks a bit scary. There is so much going on here. There's so many different blocks, but the simple way to describe it is that we're going to use the good old pillars trick that I have been using everywhere in the builds. I just absolutely love the way it looks. You see how it's like sticking out there and there? And we have these spruce pillars everywhere. That is definitely going to be the consistent theme of this build, is these spruce pillars everywhere. And we could also use strip spruce. I'm not certain. It might be too much of a blend between these two colors. Once we have the spruce, we're going to build from the ground up with our what is this? Dripstone blocks. Yep. And then we're going to also have stripped jungle, beautiful blocks, chickens to find, and we're also going to have some copper here for just some texture. It can kind of really go in any block. Then we're going to have some mushroom blocks. Let's see. And this is going to be a lot of sort of our... we could even add mud blocks, although I was thinking about using them for the floor, but they would look good here, wouldn't they? Mud blocks. And we're going to transition from brown mushroom blocks into the what are these called? The mushroom inside blocks is what I'm going to call them. So we're going to move up the colors. Let's add a few more here. Here we go. Let's do it like this. And we're going to have a nice little transition into what do I have? Smooth sandstone. Smooth sandstone looks beautiful here. I need like a ladder or something. A little bit of a ladder here. New sandstone, gorgeous blocks. We can have a few of those going into bone blocks, which I only brought one of, and that is not good. Let's grab these back. Okay, we're gonna have some bone blocks, and then we're gonna transition into our quartz here for a majority of a build, I would say. So I'm thinking tall buildings, I'm thinking big foundations like this, and the foundations are going to have the gradient. The rest of the build will probably be in bone or quartz colors. Let's add some of these spruce pillars. These chickens are always in the way. Gorgeous. I absolutely love how this looks. Now, good thing about this is there's not too many sort of expensive blocks aside from the quartz. But that's okay. I'm going to have to grind a bit. And the bone blocks, we've got a bone meal farm, so we should be able to do that. We can grow mushrooms quite easily, but that's in bone meal as well. And I have been collecting copper, so I think we are all good to go, to be honest. To just get started on this castle. Now that we have our blocks sorted out, it's time to clear out some space for this and plan out where I'm putting what rooms. Unfortunately for me, it does mean I have to get rid of this obsidian here because it's going to definitely get in my way of building the castle. Here we go, that is the last piece of obsidian. Let's go look at it. So much neater now. Just a big massive hole left. Alright, we've got a decent bit of land cleared out now. I cleared off the trees and got rid of some of the snow and the grass so we can see a little bit better. And that is a decent bit of space to work with. Now I'm going to take this approach with the castle as I've kind of done with my base. I'm not going to go in and try to start a massive build all at once. The castle, I imagine, is rather more of a castle town, I suppose, where you know, there's various towers and buildings within the castle itself that are kind of connected with an outer wall, if that makes sense. So let's think about what kind of buildings or rooms we want in this castle. Ones that will be able to join up together into a big, massive, cohesive build a little bit later, like building some arches and connections to kind of bring everything together. Well, I know a couple off the top of my head that I definitely need. So one of them, I don't know why I'm looking at my inventory like that's going to help me to think. One of the rooms I definitely need is a map room. At the moment, our map room is in the lighthouse and there's not enough space on the walls there. So one of the things is we're going to want a room with a big wall, basically, for the map room. We're also going to want a room for all of our villagers, and primarily those are going to be librarians. So we're probably going to want a library of some sort. We're also going to want an enchanting room. No, not an enchanting room. We're going to want a brewing room. So we're going to want a room that has nether wart farm in it, and we're going to want, you know, all the brewing stuff around it, I suppose. So I'm imagining kind of a tower here for the brewing room. That kind of can go down into the floor for all the farms. That is kind of my idea. And another thing I would like is I would like a sort of an armory or a smithery room where we can display our armor sets that has anvils and all of that cool jazz. Probably close to the library so we can get our books there as well. Now, out of all of those rooms, the only one I know where I'm going to put is the brewing room, because I want it in a tower. Like I said, it's like a magician's tower. I don't know why I'm getting this vibe, but I feel like the tower needs to go on the highest point of the hill, which is here, right here. Now, hello guest. It is going to be taller than a lighthouse, so that's okay. It might look a bit awkward, but I'm sure I will get used to it. I don't think the building itself will be taller, like from the ground up, but because we're up on a hill, it's probably going to stick out more. Hi, what do you bring me? I don't need any of this, thank you. What I'm going to start off doing, I think, is just artificially expanding this hill a little bit to give us some more space. It's also got some sharp edges that I'm not the biggest fan of, like here. If they were like a cliffside, in fact, this could be a cool cliffside, but I'll think about that later. I just want to give myself a bit more room to work with here. I have ran into an issue, and that is I definitely don't have enough dripstone blocks for what I want to do. So before I'm gonna work more on the castle, I'm just gonna make a very, very basic dripstone farm. I'm not even gonna bother putting it underneath because I'm gonna tear this down at some point and build an automatic one. But at the moment, I think this will probably do. Let's get, I don't even have enough spruce blocks. It's going to be so ugly, you guys. Okay, I used up pretty much all my dripstone blocks to make this farm, but if I understand it correctly, every every Minecraft day, every 20 minutes, it should grow one stage bigger, and then eventually we'll make our dripstone blocks back. But for now, I think I'm gonna have to substitute them with maybe copper or something else. Oh yeah. Wax on, wax off. Are you seeing the idea? Look at that gradient. It is gorgeous, but I do need to increase the sandstone and the bone block layers. And I'm also completely out of quartz, so I'm going to need to grab some of those. Oh my god, our first dripstone. Yes, one whole dripstone. I'm going to plant it right here. Yes, I need more resources. I don't have much sandstone left. I don't have much quartz, if any. And I definitely don't have any dripstone. And I still really want to put it in there at the bottom for some more contrast. So I think what I want to do is go into the nether again. I'm all kitted out. I've got my bow. I've got my axe. Arrows. I've got loads of obsidian. And I'm just going to go and pick a direction, I think. Pick up quartz on the way. And then build a portal every so often and see if I, by any chance, am near a desert or a mountain. If I'm near a mountain, I'm going to go collect some dripstone. And if I'm in the desert, I've got sandstone for days. It's just gone out of the advancement. Where did I just go in? Warped forest. Oh, we're in a warped forest. I would not have known that because I am tunneling. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's pretty good because I need some of those blocks. I'm gonna go grab them. I didn't bring any silk touch, so I can't get this stuff home, but that's okay. We can come back later. Hello. Oh, guys. Okay, so I thought this one was a bust. This was like my last portal, basically, I can put down from the nether. And I was going to give up and just start walking on foot or using my boat because there was really nowhere else for me to keep like going in the nether without dropping down and being in a lot of danger. But look, dripstone. I don't believe it. Oh, at least I found something, which I'm so happy about. Let's pick up all of these blocks and let's try to not get creepered, although my inventory is completely full. Caught my eye on these sandstone ruins that were definitely meant to be underwater but are not, which look pretty cool. There's not much good stuff here though. And if you can just imagine my face, my Minecraft face when I saw this. This is 2 biomes that I desperately need in my world, and they are right next to each other. I cannot believe it. Now, I did travel. Oh, that is the wrong button. I did travel quite a long ways out. This is 5,000 blocks in. It's not as bad in the nether though. Oh, look at that. Okay, the desert looks like it's maybe tiny, but that's okay. Because look at the size of this mesa. Or is it called Badlands now? Oh, is that more desert? I think that is a village or a temple or something. Probably a village if it's next to the river. Let's go check it out. Alright guys, this is an absolutely perfect place to set down another portal and make a tunnel to this because we've got desert, we've got badlands, and we have coral. This is my first coral reef in this world that I have found. We are completely surrounded by cold biomes. It feels like cold oceans and cold biomes by our base. But look at this. Ah, why does it disappear when you go underwater? And the desert just keeps on going. Wow. I finally get some sea pickles. Whee! Oh, perfect. What a view, guys. Look at that. This tower is pretty big, huh? It was hard to tell from the ground. Looking at it from this angle, we're at the top of the lighthouse here. I definitely need to lengthen this section here that I'm pointing at. I'm trying to keep them long but also slightly shorter, and I think the quartz section needs to be at least a few blocks taller. And then I was going to make even thinner tower on top, but that's definitely too much of an in. So we're going to have to keep working on that, but I love the way it looks so far. I've hardly done any texturing. I've done a little bit here at the bottom, but none at the top. I was just getting the walls in. And we're going to add little windows, we're going to add little overhangs, we're going to add a lot of stuff here. So this is definitely not the final look. But I'm starting to think about roofs. And I'm kind of feeling mangrove, guys, because I kind of imagine like there's going to be little balconies and we're going to have netherwort sticking out and sort of growing out of it. That beautiful red tone of netherwort I think is going to go great with mangrove. I am a bit worried it's going to not look too in line with the rest of the base, but we'll make it work. We're still going to use spruce. And I might just bring these pillars up a little bit higher, maybe add some more on the inside as well. I'm not sure. But this is just building number 1, and we're going to have walls around it and loads of other little buildings scattered around to complete the castle. So I'm not too worried, but we are running through our resources quite fast. I've still got a decent bunch of quartz left at least. But it's not the easiest thing to farm in the nether. So I might need to set the villagers up at some point. But I think I've got enough to at least finish this build, even if I don't have enough to start the other ones. Whee! I'm getting better at this. It's getting better. I think the top needs to be taller. Now, I made it a perfect square because we are running into a lot of space issues at the top there. It's like 1 or 2 blocks and I can't really make a nice shape right at the top. But I just got an idea. Seeing all these layers, it makes me feel like it should be like a spiral. I don't know. I'm feeling a spiral, guys. I'm gonna have to rework a large part of this, but I have a feeling it's gonna turn out a lot better. Just wait for it. How can horses climb scaffolding? Hello? Please get down from there. I can't. Oh! Please, I am busy rescuing my horse. This may be the worst thing I have ever built. Okay, the roof isn't finished, and in fact, it is getting demolished. We've had enough of it. I need to just farm some mangrove. I like the color palette, okay? I do like the mangrove at the top of this. Nice bit of contrast. That section, the last section of the tower, it needs to be way higher, and I think the roof needs to be a circle because this little hut kind of looking roof is not working with the shape. No matter what angle I view this thing from, I left my horse. No matter what angle you view this thing from, that roof does not look good. Oh, it looks 10 times worse from this angle as well. It's so uneven. Right, it's not great. This project has ended up being so much more difficult than I imagined. I think the organic kind of shape I went for is really making this difficult to build now, right at the top. But I think I know what I need to do. I think I need to trim down this end a bit so it's not as thick because we've only gone in 1 block per layer here, but it doesn't work out up the top, so I have to go in by several blocks. And now it looks very off. But if I just gradually trim this down, that should be okay. I can't think of any other way of doing it because I literally can't make that top bit bigger without it being like a weird triangle shape and then the roof doesn't work. Also, not a fan of this window. Maybe there's a better angle to show you guys from the side so you could see what I was going for. Where did I leave my horse? Every time. Alright, that's not too bad from this side though, is it? That looks pretty clean, actually. It's just unfortunate that... Okay, no, it's not so clean once you start going over to the other side. You can see like the weird shape of it. But to be honest, guys, I'm not too worried about how bulky it is because, as I said, I'm going to trim it down and then I'm going to add in windows and detailing and texturing, and it's going to look so much better at the end of it. Although that roof looks a bit off, huh? Something's off with that roof from this side. So much work to do. Alright guys, I have been working on this for a few hours now. It's not done, by the way. Don't get excited, it's not done. Okay. Are you seeing the vision come to life little bit by little bit? I'm not sure about the diagonal windows. I think I'm getting rid of them. Although it does, like in my head, it looks cute, but I think with the fences I'm using, it's not it's not working. Can we move this window on this side? At first, I was trying to not put windows on the same sides because I want it to be, you know, more interesting and keep the spiral feeling going, but look how asymmetrical it is from the front. Don't worry, it's gonna look good later. I feel like that's all I've been saying is, don't worry, I'll fix it, I'll fix it. By the way, I have fixed a lot of it. I chopped like a whole wall off and rebuilt it to make it a bit more of a build-friendly shape. Let's see. By the way, this block is just refusing to rust, I guess. I don't know what it's called when the copper changes color. It's not really rust, it's like oxygenate. I'm sure there's a correct term for that I don't know. I don't mind this side actually. The triple windows, kinda cute. Kinda cute. Those windows need to be put in. Anyways, I hope you guys can see the vision. Trust the process. Trust the process. Ooh, what's down there? That is a cave. Alright guys, alright. Are you ready for the almost grand reveal? Whee! Oh, wrong side. There is. Ignore the creeper and the scaffolding. Let's have a closer look at it. Let me zoom in a little bit here. And the creeper despawned. Perfect. What do we think? We put some leaves in it, and I've done a lot of texturing. I've broken up the really rigid lines I had there that I put in place when I was just building the thing. You know, the sandstone sort of cutting off sharply and then the bone blocks cutting off sharply. I've tried to blend it in a bit better this time, and then we've got the quartz variants peppered in. We've added some stripped birch logs with which just kind of work really nice in there. So I'm happy with that. Let's have another look. Now, I've not put any lights in there yet because we're gonna have to do the inside probably a later time. I'm thinking next episode. You know what? Let me just get rid of the scaffolding and let's get up on a high point so we're far away to really see this thing in its glory. Alright guys, let's enjoy the little view here from the top and the start of the castle, which obviously looks a little bit more like just a normal tower. It's not giving like alchemy vibes, but I still really love the build, so you know, I'm keeping it, I'm not tearing this whole thing down. It definitely needs a lot of work done around it to actually make it feel like a castle, but I do have ideas and I do have goals, so I'm excited to work on that. But before we do that, we should actually set up what's going to be inside of the tower, which is going to be our brewing alchemy kind of magician's tower, maybe. So yeah, as I said before, down deep we're probably going to dig down and build some farms, and up top we can have some storage areas for our potions, but that is probably going to have to wait until next episode, and I didn't bring any water with me, so there's no safe quick way down. So I guess we're gonna finish the episode up here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.